legacy lives on. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the most defining speakers on racial equality in the 20th century. His eloquent, inspiring words moved millions and helped our nation towards equality for all. While Dr. King's words were, at the time, relevant primarily to racial discrimination, they now have meaning for all groups that suffer from discrimination or injustice. Dr. King is possibly most famous for his passionate, beautiful, "I have a dream" speech, in which he described the utopia he envisioned, where people are judged simply by what Dr. King knew was the only truly important quality: character. In the year 2013, America has greatly progressed in its noble quest for total equality. However, we still have work to do, and many groups are still battling for equal rights. Dr. King's message was not only one of equality, justice, and compassion, but also one of reaching those goals by ways that are nonviolent and righteous. Many of the groups who are even today fighting for equal rights are echoing Dr. King in their inspired vision. Groups like the LGBT community, who are still unequal in their marriage rights, have exercised their right to peaceably assemble. This is just one group echoing Dr. King in their peaceful protest of unfair laws. However, in my mind, Dr. King's greatest and most admirable legacy is not simply that we should gain our rights without violence, but that we are all equal and just as valuable as the person next to us. There is nothing, not our ethnicity, not our gender, not our religion, not our political beliefs, that makes discrimination acceptable. Dr. King is one of the many truly remarkable leaders who have led their community, or their people, or their nation on the basis that this is true, and that we cannot and should not be discriminated against or unjustly treated for something we cannot control. With all things considered, Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the most outstanding individuals in all of history. He was the crest on the wave of civil rights and has helped symbolize the peaceful fight against injustice everywhere. Now, there is still much work to be done in order for discrimination to be fully eradicated from society. So we must go forth, each and every one of us, to fight our own nonviolent rebellion against the inequalities in our own lives and our own communities. With the spirit of Dr. King's compassion and his everlasting commitment to universal civil rights, we should all find ways for the rest of our lives to be Dr. King's people around us and help everyone stand up for their own rights and their own equality. Thank you.